'cause now what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
We have
Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world and keep the sky in your mind.
As always, everything we discuss is for entertainment and is speculation. Please like and subscribe, and definitely join our discussion in the comments. If you're ready, let's get into it. Hi, Tomboy. I know Dago's on right now. I feel so bad, but I wanted to cover this Karen Read hearing, and it wouldn't be anything to do with Karen Read if we didn't have the spinning fan, right? Uh-oh, what happened to it? Oh, there it goes. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's awesome. Yay. I love the conversation they were having over there. So they haven't started yet, and I have so many tabs open. Let me get back. Okay. So Karen Read is suing the McAlberts and all of the people that were at the house the night. I really feel like she's trying to get true justice for John O'Keefe. I'm excited to watch how a civil suit plays out, and because I truly believe this is about getting information, getting the evidence that maybe wasn't all shared and was probably withheld during the main trial, to point out who the real perpetrators were. So I hope she's successful in that. I'm going to be curious to see what we discover as far as data and evidence and all of that as this goes on. Today, I think it's just a status hearing, so I'm not even sure how long it will be or what all. Yep, all the house occupants. Yeah. I have to it's been so long. So I did cover the first two trials that she had. But I've been away from it for so long. So I have to, Jen, right? Jen McCabe, her husband, and then the Alberts. Yeah. Yep. The police. All right, let me see where we're at. Where's my mouse? There it is. Not yet. All right, I'm going to put this on. I don't know. It says wrongful death lawsuit update. And I should stream Dago while we're waiting. That would be funny. All right. Enough of the fan. Enough of the fan. Higgins. Yes. Higgins. Buchanan. What do we call him? Bukaki. So many, the true crime inside jokes are hilarious. I really like that. Like those inside jokes. Which one is it? Not that one. This one. All right. Oh, that's their I don't wanna see their chat. We wanna see our chat. Get that off. There we go. I don't know why they are showing someone in this chat said that they were joining through, a Zoom call or something. I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna look. Hey, Brooke. Yeah, I'm not sure how, what all's gonna happen. This is just like a status hearing, so I don't know if they're just gonna update, like, where they're at in the case, things like that. Someone in the chat on this Boston 10, that's the, news channel that I'm using for the stream, said that she might not even be there today, Karen herself. We will see. I think the main point of this whole thing is to try to shine light on all the events, the true events of that night, who knew what, who was where, um, who was communicating with who, all their movements that night, get all that out on court record in a civil trial, and maybe point out who probably was really responsible for the death of John O'Keefe. There's a lot of debate about if Karen will take an offer of money, because a civil suit is about money, right? You're going after money from the who you're suing. It's a civil suit. You're suing somebody. If she's suing them for, I don't know, I think I heard a number of like 400 million, or where I'm getting that number from, I don't know. And they say, hey, we'll pay you 40 million, something like that. Would she accept that? I hope not. I don't know. A lot of money is tempting, but I think it's more about getting to the truth. It'd be nice if she got both, right? Don't accept a settlement, go to court. Maybe you'll end up getting more or the full amount. And the truth. That would be nice. Get everything. It is 2:07. All right, I'm not worrying yet. Whoops. No, I like was scrolling and I saw Karen, that Karen's dad had spoke, but I did not watch it. I would play it right now, but this hearing's probably going to be starting soon. Hopefully, it was supposed to start at 2. They're always a little late. Let me see. Nope. Lana's got the same exact thing pulled up I've got pulled up, so. I always call her the GOAT, the greatest of all time. I know I'll say, oh, the GOAT's on now. I can't compete with that, but I thank you guys for being here. 8 or 15 minutes. Okay. Yeah, justice. And didn't this all start with the I don't know what family it was. Was it the McCabe's, the O'Keefes themselves, the Alberts? Someone sued the bar establishments that night, right? Isn't that where this came from? Or did they sue Karen and the bar establishments? That's the first hearing that I covered a few months ago. And that's when Karen rolled into court with like 8 attorneys, very powerful. Like that was so cool when she like just strolled on in with like 8 powerful attorneys. And then I think this turned into a countersuit, and because Karen was a defendant, and I believe the bar establishments were defendants. I could be saying that all wrong, but I think I haven't brushed myself up on all of this. I'm going based on like, my faint memory and things that I've heard. The O'Keefe family was the one. Okay, yeah. So like that started it all, and then F around and find out, right? Like, here we go. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that one was connected to, because Turtle Boy's having his own. It was definitely Karen that walked in with the 8 attorneys, and I know it had to do with the bars. Yeah, and I haven't watched Turtle Boy in a long time. I did hear that they're not happy with each other. Okay, no, I believe you because I'm not. I told you I'm rusty. Hard to stay up on top of everything. I also posted that breaking news about the David case, that singer that they think murdered his girlfriend, and she was found in the trunk of the car. He is an official suspect now. I personally don't even think they know where he's at. I'm wondering if he's in hiding. He's an official suspect, so I would think maybe an arrest will be coming. Oh, the state screwed up and listed it under Karen's case number. Okay. Yeah, I gotta go back and vet all that out. You're on top of it, Tomboy. I appreciate you. Thank you. All these state screw ups, right? Bill Thompson couldn't do the restitution money correctly. I just to go talk about that for a minute. Turtle Boy, that woman, poor Turtle Boy, that woman that was recorded with him. Oh my God, microdots shared. Is that something he's in trouble with? David Yanetti's face. Yeah, that's funny. I know there aren't very many cases that I don't know. Sometimes I don't recognize them off the top of my head, so I will have to go look up Crystal Rogers, but I used to walk every single day for hour and a half, 2 hours, and I would always listen to podcasts on Apple. So it was just audio. They didn't have, I wasn't watching a video on YouTube. It was just audio. And I would listen to podcasts like True Crime Garage. They're from Ohio, if you guys haven't ever listened to them. And they just cover a different case every week. Every week it's a different case. Yeah, so I can't recall the details about Crystal Rogers, but I'm sure I know it. I did start looking up the Chris Tapp. Was that the one you told me about? And it's Angela Dodge, right? She's the victim. That's crazy. He exposed her for what she was. I can't remember her name, but it's crazy. She should never have kids or the ones she has now. Oh my goodness. Yes, in Idaho. I found that interesting. I'm at the part right now where the mother of the victim realizes that the main suspect they thought it was through the DNA, but I think it cleared him. She's like, maybe it's somebody in your family line. So he's kind of actually helping her see if they can identify somebody in his family line. So I think that's interesting because I want to go back to the IGG anyways. with the evidence they collected, with the blood evidence for in the Idaho 4 case, and who they ruled out, when they ruled them out. Because Carlos has a lot of questions about that. Who the person are you talking about, the girl that was with Turtle Boy? Is that who you're talking about, Brooke? A death of a mother and daughter in the surrounding area. Oh my goodness. Hey Jim, I'm Kim. It's good to see you. I said I was gonna remember to say that. Did you guys see the picture of the motorcycle guy that I put on my thumbnail from the docs that I posted a doc video, and it's the documents that talk about the Harley Davidson guy that was sitting on the steps with Brian Koberger, according to his neighbors. And I was looking for, like, a realistic match, like somebody with, tan skin and a tattoo sleeve and a Harley Davidson. And I found some good ones, but and then I saw the one that I posted, and I couldn't resist. It's hilarious. It's a big, like, muscle guy. He's like huge and he's on the motorcycle. So funny. Yep. Who do you think it is? I think mom and dad are in the Chris Tapp case. I don't know. I got to get to the end of it. I have to get to the end of it. When you listen to podcasts like I did, you get the case. And some of them I listened to like so long ago, like 8 years ago. And then so much more happened after that with the investigation, and I never got the updates of the investigation, like the yogurt shop. Like, I know the case, I know what happened, but then I need to go back and see about the arrest. So a lot of cases I'm that familiar with. Like, I know the case, but then I might not know the whole complete investigation or things like that. What could they possibly be doing that they can't get started on time? RT did a new reading. Mrs. Chapin, great reading, but sad for Ethan, of course. Oh, the tarot lady. Aw, yeah, that's sad. That's sad. Going back and reading these documents, like, I read them while I'm recording, and then I hear them again while I'm editing. I was on a live with the last batch that I did, and so that was kind of like a third experience with them. It takes that many times, maybe even more, to thoroughly digest exactly what they're saying and pick out anything in these documents that might be a little bit important. Because so I read 101 to 110. So somewhere in there, it's probably like 108, 107. They interviewed Jay. Now I think it's Josie. Isn't Josie the one that lived with Emily? And was she at the scene? Was Josie at the scene? She's kind of like the forgotten one, in my opinion. So they're interviewing this Jay. I believe it's a female. They're all posted. They're all posted, James. They're all videos. I've got 1 through 110 on my page right now, and I did them like in very small groups. So you didn't miss anything. They're there. And I like that, because I can't tell you how many times I've gone back to pull them up. I'm like, oh, I have that, like that document. Oh, you're just kidding. Yeah. Like, when everybody started talking about that document 25, I'm like, "Oh, I have that. Let me pull that out," and I just made it its little clip by itself. But going back to, I think it's Josie's interview, she is saying that the night of the 12th, the night of the murders, Ethan asked her to send her a Snapchat from someone with the initials CG. And remember, when I read these documents, I can't tell if it's a C or an O, but I think I've learned it's a C. It's probably a C. So, and then I don't think she sent it. She said she did not send it. So that's interesting that Snapchat keeps entering. Like, I wonder what it was. And who's CG and what was that Snapchat about? And if I was the investigator, I would have, you know, I would have asked Josie more about that. And if Josie didn't know, that question should have come up in other interviews. Really, Brooke? Why do you think we're not going to see hers? Why wouldn't we see hers? I love to laugh. Love to laugh, James. My sister was just here Wednesday night, and oh my gosh, she's going through it personally in her life. And it's something that it's ironic how her and I have dealt with a pretty traumatic, stressful thing with our kids. And I feel horrible because I wouldn't wish it upon anybody, but she's going through it. And I already went through it about 10, 20 years ago. And so I'm able to be a support for her. And oh my God, did we laugh? Like, oh my gosh, just laughter's the best medicine. And we don't get to get together a lot, but she's my little sister. Yeah, it's life. Not everybody lives a charm-free, life. You get through hard times the best you can. Yep. Yep. Didn't Lana mention we will never see it, not audio or video, because it supposedly crashed or something like that? Oh, I don't know, Brooke. That's convenient. Or like Carlos and I would say, that's odd. That's odd. And Josie was interviewed by the FBI. Oh my goodness. Josie's important over here. I feel like Josie has not inserted herself. She has stayed in the background. I don't know if she participated. Did she participate in any of those like Dateline shows or the Prime Video show? Any of those? I feel like she's kind of like the witness in the background. Like she saw what Hunter did. She saw what Emily did. She saw and heard Dylan and Bethany. What do you guys think? Or do you think she's sus? Jenna McClure is the one that I thought Josie lived with Emily. I thought Josie lived with Emily, and I think Josie's boyfriend is Liam or something like that. Starts with an L, right? And then Jenna McClure is the one, she said she was at the house all the time, and I don't know where she lived, but she drove over there that morning. She's the one that Bethany was texting to come get her. I do know that. I do have those things straightened out. She was on the Dateline and walked in and said, what? Said something redacted, and it went to, I can't read that. Oh, she walked in the actual house, like on the steps. Yeah, because I think it was Dylan, Bethany, Emily, Josie, right? 4 of them. And then maybe Jenna when she got there. Oh, smells to feels. Ooh, that's telling. That's telling. And that's on Dateline? I'll have to watch that again. Did they take it down? I think we recorded it. I heard they took it down, right? That's crazy. Come on, Court. I can't sit here all day. My daughter's coaching 7th grade girls basketball. They didn't have enough girls for a 7th grade team, so they have a 7th and 8th grade team she's coaching, and I went last night to her first game and they won. That was great. I was happy for her. That's why I wanted to see hers, because hers was different from everyone else's as far as describing it. Ooh, okay. Well, then I need to go back and look at what I read, because listen to what I read, because nothing stood out to me, but I gotta go back. The part that stood out to me was about the Ethan part, about, the text. What did you find out, Tomboy, about the vandal alerts? Does it match up with, after 10? You know what I really wanna see? I wanna see the Snapchats. There's 2 things that I think would be that I'm really interested in. I wanna see Snapchats of all the main, Dylan, Bethany, Emily, Hunter, uh, just Snapchats. The Cougar Den Snapchat group, which I think that name is very telling, very telling. Um, and then I want to see the phone records, text messages between Dylan and her parents and Bethany and her parents. Official vandal alert on victim count was 519. So the earlier one said investigating a homicide on campus or near campus or something like that, like kind of vague. And then the later one said the exact number and everything. Yeah. Oh, good point, Tomboy. Let's pinpoint those. So if the official vandal alert was at 519 and my butt didn't go in till after 6. I mean, they know it's a quadruple homicide as soon as they went upstairs and saw Kaylee and Maddie. Like, they knew, official or not official. I know what you're saying is, they didn't follow procedures correctly with the coroner and with all that. Like, I get it. You don't think Mabbit went in at all? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, homicide on King Road, shelter in place, yeah. Dylan mentioned on Xana's Snapchat was turned off, but not anyone else's, so she knew everyone's exact location was except hers. Weird. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. When I was listening to Dago with the, what are they called? The queens? Off the clock. They were talking about, you just made me realize it. Oh, you were quoting what? Oh, I forgot my thought. Oh, it'll come back to me. What is going on here? Let me see if I can see their chat and what they're saying. I'm going to open the panel. What are they saying? Is this going to be a live? Is this going to be live at some point? Live streaming not allowed. They should let us know. My goodness. Half hour or so. It's the most. Of course, people in the chat over here are saying Haas long until this gets started. Oh my goodness. It's interesting how when you watch these interviews, the things that it could, like Dylan, Bethany, any of them, the things that they can be detailed about, and then the things that you can just tell they don't want to give. They don't want. It seems like they're holding back. I'll just say that. It just seems like it. What's BWC? Body cameras. I got it. Body cameras. Entering the home. Okay. Yeah. Yes, they are good. It's I like recording with Carlos when you can have somebody to like talk to and bounce ideas off of. They do a good job, really good job. It's also interesting too, like they just started, so they're like going back and everything's kind of fresh to them, right? Going through the case and like Dago, those of us that have been watching it from the very beginning, it's like some of the things we're talking about for like the 100th time, right? Like I remember after the little Linda Lane videos came out, oh, how many live shows, hours and hours, nights and nights of just playing those over and over again, slowing them down, speeding them up, making them larger. Crazy. Oh, Bica Barlow's. Okay. Yeah, I remember that. I wonder if they're going back and releasing transcripts of those hearings. Has Bica Barlow's hearing transcripts been released yet? That would be interesting to see. I think it's crazy that I believe, is doing all of her work pro bono, because she first came on as a witness and then she's like, well, I can help with, like, is she an attorney or is she I want to say she is, because she's helping with the defense team pro bono, but maybe she's just helping as a expert witness. Do you think Catherine Ramsland is going to play a huge part in the civil suit if it happens? Which civil suit do you mean, Brooke, if the Gonsalveses sue Brian? Oh, the closed hearing. Yeah. Oh, so Bicca Barlow is she's an attorney who specializes in the DNA stuff. I got it. But she's doing Brian's work pro bono, I am pretty sure. And to stay on with him after all of this is very telling, in my opinion. What does she need to stay on for if they're not doing anything anymore? So if the Gonsalves family is suing Washington State University, I see. Catherine Ramsland could be called as like a witness or something. I mean, Catherine Ramsland did an interview, like, or put out a statement or something. Carlos and I did an episode about it. And she said as soon as Brian did not produce an alibi, like a solid alibi, she said he was guilty. That was her opinion based on what she knows about. And she knows Brian. She knows the law. She knows what Brian knows about the law. And that's what she said. Well, I know what you're saying, Tomboy, but I'm like, technically there really isn't an issue anymore because the case is closed. So that's what I mean. Like, if there's still an issue, it's the defense making it an issue, which means are they foreseeing some type of hearing or trial to present? So then to me, that would be like the not an appeal, but the post-conviction relief. Unless they can say they have new evidence. I believe if you show new evidence, you can present that as an appeal. What's keeping the case open? The criminal case has ended, but the case isn't closed. That's a good question. So it's not closed because there's like ongoing lawsuits and they just had the restitution hearing. I'm jotting down some notes. I don't know. I think I'm going to give up on this hearing. What do you guys think? I need to get that off of there. What are we doing? Let me see if they've said anything. Let me check Twitter. I'm going to check Twitter. I'll never call it X. I always call it Twitter. Karen Reed. See if there's any updates. Okay, this was 24 minutes ago. I don't know who this is. Adam Scott. Camera in Karen Reed's civil hearing is off. Streaming Zoom banned. Now they set a max capacity of viewers on Zoom. Why would they go to such great lengths to prevent public access? Oh. So a half hour ago, someone said Karen Reed hearing in the civil case is Zoom only and live streaming is not allowed. We will upload it later. Wow, you guys. Wow. Let me see if like, who do you think got on the Zoom call? Probably Court TV, right? And I think they get funky if you show their stuff. Let's see. Court TV. Although they probably aren't allowed to stream it. They're probably just witnessing it on Zoom. I don't know. I don't know how that works. He still has appeal rights regardless of what certain people think. I don't know, Tomboy. It's like a weird way to appeal, I guess. Like it's so like convoluted the way that they do it, right? To me, I feel like it's more like a post-conviction relief motion, or I don't know. Technically an appeal. I thought what Karen Reed's dad said about the new district attorney and what they thought about him was very telling. Ooh. Well, let me find her dad's. I wonder what channel had the dad's interview. I told you I'm afraid to show stuff, but let's see. Oh, I didn't plug in my battery. Wait, hold on. Don't want my laptop to die. So that's not working. Karen Reed. Dad. 5 hours ago. Oh, this is NBC 10.
So Bill, tell me, I mean, since
We'll take a chance. We'll take a chance. I got it. Is it showing? It is. Oh, because it's the same tab. Oh, I figured it out. I'll have to tell Dago.
Karen's acquittal, how has life been for the Reed family?
It's been in one way, a sense of fresh air, because the looming murder charge now, she's been exonerated from that. But, life still goes on.
Okay. Is this the right one? Sorry, I screened that. It says, let me see. Let me make sure. I thought it said a few minutes ago. When was this posted? Oh, a day ago. Okay. The reporter caught up with her father, talks about the new lawsuit she's filed. Yep, this is the right one. Okay, so I just want to make a disclaimer on here, you guys. This is a fair use disclaimer that I would like to watch this and comment on it for educational purposes. All right, let's see what he says.
Was fighting this corruption. It's a battle. We will ultimately prevail. We will win. We've got the truth on our side, and an incredible body of lawyers who are passionately and enthusiastically involved in this case. So we go forward and with strength and faith, and this will get resolved. It's going to be a while, but it will be resolved. And Karen, everything that most people have a sense about in terms of the corruption in Norfolk County will be exposed. That's our belief, that's our hope, and that's what we're driving toward.
Where's Karen now? What's she been up to since?
Well, Karen travels a lot, and she spends an awful lot of time working with her attorneys, the local civil attorneys here in Boston, and of course, Alan Jackson out on the West Coast. So she's always on the phone, and with the 3-hour difference in LA time, it could be 7:30, 8 o'clock at night, and Attorney Jackson is still in the office. So, I mean, her days are full. She has friends. She travels up north to Florida, Martha's Vineyard, the Cape, and of course, she primarily stays here with my wife and her. You know,
Keeping busy, per se.
well, she's always busy. She knows this case inside and out, and she's reading all of the legal filings, and she is always in communication with the lawyers, and in a very
I'm concerned that he was talking about her whereabouts. Because not everybody is a fan of hers. I think it's interesting that he's also talking about the true truth coming out, right? Charm Free, I think that is amazing that you tried to join the Zoom link. That is great. Where did you find the link at? Was it like, is it posted on the court site or something? That's going to the source, Charm Free. Good job. I have 2 laptops streaming you, and now your phone's ringing. Oh, that's funny. Oh, that's where you got the link. That's funny. That's funny. Oh, I understand.
positive sense in terms of guiding their thinking and listening from their perspective, what the legalities are in terms of the law. So it's an education for all of us.
How vital is Karen's legal team? I mean, would you have gotten to this point without them?
God, no. God, no. First and foremost, Alan Jackson. He's just among a sea of great lawyers. He is one of a kind. His skill set, his passion. He's
Don't
just
you wish we could get him for Brian?
inimitable. He's just matchless. And he's a great, great man. And we're so indebted to him for how he's fought tirelessly for Karen. And it's not easy when you're 3,000 miles away. And you're traveling and you got jet lag and everything. And plus he's got an inventory of critical cases out there in California and the like. So, I mean, I don't know how the man does it. I don't know, but we're grateful for him.
I don't think anyone's too surprised by the lawsuit. I mean, some people could have said they saw this one coming. What does your family hope comes from it?
Oh, here we go.
One of the lawyers, I think it was David Yannetti early on, said sunlight is the best disinfectant. And this will be the opportunity to depose many of these folks, folks from the Massachusetts State Police and the like. And without the guardrails provided by the criminal prosecution in Norfolk County. So we are confident. We've got, again, fabulous lawyers, skilled, passionate, and working around the clock. You can be bright, well-trained, but you need a work ethic, and their work ethic is just beyond measurement, really.
You're feeling really positive about one person in particular who's
What was the quote he said? Sunlight is the best disinfectant. So like that's how they're going to get the truth to come out, by deposing all these people and getting them on the stand to not perjure themselves and tell the truth about stuff. This is going to be so good. So good. Hi, Sleuthy sweetheart. Good to see you. I said hello, I think, to Charm Free. I don't know if I said hello, but I was commenting on your going to the source tactics. This is Karen's dad, of course.
Kind of helping in your case. Can you kind of talk to me about that?
Lost in yesterday's news of the filing by Karen and her team, the 46-page document that's heavily grounded in evidence, the law, and the Constitution, and brilliantly drafted, was the announcement that this was in the local papers, that a former federal prosecutor who resigned from his dream job earlier this month and was also, as reported, involved in the federal probe of the investigation conducted by Norfolk County into the Karen Reed matter, has left his job with the U.S. Attorney's Office and has taken up residence, sold his residence, I believe it was in East Boston, and has taken up residence in Quincy, Mass, and will be challenging Michael Morrissey if he decides to run again for the position of Norfolk County District Attorney. And I can tell you personally, I am heartened by that news, because I think this is an individual who probably...
I gotta hear who this guy is.
This is an individual who probably has a rich perspective of what went on, and to leave his position with the U.S. Attorney's Office to come I think this is an individual who probably has a rich...
Who's he talking about? I'm trying to get who he's talking about.
Because I think this is an individual who probably has a rich perspective of what went on, and to leave...
I keep rewinding it. It won't go where I tell.
By that news, because I think, and will be challenging Michael Morrissey if he decides to run again for the position of Norfolk County District Attorney. And I can tell you personally, I am heartened by that news, because I think this is an individual who probably has a rich perspective of what went...
I keep missing the name, Brooke. Who's the name? So I know, so he's saying that there's a guy, but I keep missing the name of who it is. It sounds like he's high up in like the state level district attorney office. And he's saying he like left that position, moved, like actually moved so that he could be Adam. I don't know how you would say that last name. Deitch. Was he connected to the case before? Oh, by the end of his quote. Okay. Isn't that awesome though? So this dad, like, I think these are his points. Like, you got Alan Jackson, who like not only is superb at what he does, but he has a work ethic. That's like the, great guy, smart, and a great work ethic is like the trifecta, right? He's got that person. And now here comes this other person who's like, I'm going to run against the person in these, like, change the corruption, right? We've been talking about that in Idaho. Like, how do you change the system? This is awesome. All right, I'll just keep playing it.
Went on, and to leave his position with the U.S. Attorney's Office to come sell his house and come into Quincy, take up residence so he can be part of Norfolk County to pursue this position of district attorney for Norfolk County. I couldn't be more thrilled. From what I know of him, I don't know much. I've never met him. I've only seen pictures of him in the local paper, but I know he's from your neck of the woods. He's a native of Lincoln, Rhode Island, graduated from Brown, and I think has his Juris Doctor from University of Wisconsin. So we're just thrilled that the aspect that this man, Attorney Deitch, he's a prosecutor. He comes potentially into this position with prosecutorial experience. He's not a lifetime politician. So I just say to the residents of Norfolk County, get out there and vote. Please take back your government in Norfolk County. Get out there and vote.
Definitely important.
Yep.
I
What
love
do you
that.
think
My
about
daughter
the
does that all the
response
time.
that this lawsuit just furthers a fuel that this is a conspiracy theory?
Well, I don't know what else they can say. The truth will be told. The truth will come out. And when it does, I don't think there'll be too many surprises. 90,
I'll check
95% of the population, not only in this region, but in this country, if not around the world, have, after 3.5 years of watching this, 2 trials of what Karen Read endured, they have a good sense as to what happened. I mean, you can't look at these trials, inverted videos at the Sally Port, John O'Keefe's shredded hoodie that was suggested it was done by when he was left to die on the lawn by being passed over Karen Read's vehicle, and yet it was done by a technician at the Massachusetts State Police Lab. The all of the witnesses
Well, we know it was a dog.
whose testimony was questioned because of recanting earlier testimony that may have gone on during the first trial or in a federal grand jury. People are aware of what's going on, and it will ultimately come to pass. We will know everything that happened. Justice will be served. There'll be too much of an outcry for justice to just, not be served.
Bill, what do you think is the biggest hurdle for Karen and her team going forward?
Stay healthy, stay strong, and they will. After 4 years this January, they have no quit, as Alan Jackson says, no quit. All the fight in the world, because it's a cause. This is an innocent woman who's been set up, who's been framed. This is a cause for justice. As an attorney, if you can't get behind this cause, you're probably in the wrong profession.
So you really think the biggest hurdle would be mentality and staying strong rather than anything legally?
Know the facts, and argue them skillfully, depose the right people. We'll win. We will prevail. There is no doubt in my mind.
How important has Karen shared this with you? How important it is for her to clear her name?
I think most people see her as being terribly victimized. We know she's been objectified in terms of some of the vile comments by the now disgraced and former trooper Michael Proctor, who has since been fired. Karen lives within her own being. She knows she didn't do anything. I mean, true. I mean, she's lost 2 positions at Fidelity, at Bentley, had to sell her home, lost her vehicle, had to liquidate her 401, right? She's lost a lot. And plus, she's had to face the threat every day that this state was going to put her away for the rest of her natural life. And, when people say, how do you face that? She's a strong woman. My wife and I raised a strong daughter, but what she has become is largely on her own. We're so proud of her.
That's beautiful. You obviously have a long road ahead of you too. After coming out of a long road, really,
Yeah.
The fight continues. How do you guys feel as a family? How do you move forward as a family? What's your advice there?
Well, to anybody who finds themselves in a situation, a dilemma that seems unimaginable, I think you have to have faith. I mean, we're a prayerful family. We observe our religion. We're faithful to it. And that's important for anyone. Thank you for keeping, this situation in the news.
Stuff.
And, I suppose it's hard to not be in this news. I mean, the Karen Read saga she's a brand now. And
Oh boy.
we love her so much, and she's the most courageous individual I've ever met. Just proud to be her father. as my wife is proud to be a mother.
So I really like her dad, the way he talks. Like, I just feel like he's probably a really great, neat, seems like a neat guy. Yeah, the Proctor texts were just ew. Gross. I got your message, Tomboy. I gotta talk to you about that. I like Ann Taylor. Alan Jackson's just a whole nother level. Whole nother level. Whole nother level. Well, I just wanted to get on here today and watch the little hearing that they were supposed to have and see what was going on. So I don't have anything else really planned. Thanks for pointing this out to me, Brooke. I did see it earlier. I just never got a chance to listen to it. I think it's interesting, Karen's dad is saying, look, making us know that there's alternative motives here for this suit. We're going to get people on the stand to get depositions. I thought it was very telling with the Bryan Kohberger hearing the other day, even though it was about a restitution. Quite interesting that, and I don't understand why Hippler would bring up, well, you broke the plea deal. I would think the defense would love that as a reason to say, okay, now we got to go to trial now that, you've released most of the information that we were trying to get our hands on. And the prosecution wanted nothing to do with that. Like, you would think they would jump on it. Oh, aha, you broke the plea deal. No, I think it just reinforced what we've been talking about, especially in my past couple lives, with the point being prosecutors want plea deals. They want plea deals. And I just think that doubled down on that fact. I mean, if Hippler knew the whole plan about getting a plea deal, why say that? Why did he say that? Like, did he forget? I just thought it was weird. He's a civil litigation lawyer. He knows they broke nothing. Well, I think that if the defense wants to get to trial to exonerate Bryan, that's the only way it's going to happen. They're going to have some type of hearing to do it. I've shown too many cases. There's too many cases. The statistics, the research show, the state won't back down on saying somebody's guilty, even when they know they're not. If they've already convicted somebody, or somebody already took a plea deal and said, I'm the one that did it, the state's not going to let them go. They might do the post-conviction relief and let you out of prison, but they'll let you out of prison still with a guilty conviction. They will not say you're innocent. They will not. You would have to go to trial and prove it. I feel like my opinion is backed up by a lot of data. The dates on the filing shows it was after the date Hippler said. I'm not sure. The dates on the filing was after the dates Hippler said. Oh, you're talking about like the mistakes the prosecution made? Yeah. I, listened to that hearing, but I didn't analyze it. I need to go back and listen to it more closer to pick those things out. Yeah, that's going to be really interesting. I think I'll have that ready to go for Monday when I do my Monday live. That'll be good. Nye said after trial would go to his office and he would deny all appeals. Well, I'm pretty sure Yeah, there's a whole I've done like quite a few videos on like the appeal process and everything. You either have, if you're going to appeal, you got to go high up to the state level to like present new evidence, have a definite, what's the word I want to use, mistake done by the defense attorneys. And even when you present those things, it's still considered post-conviction relief. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Masseth will work her magic. Yeah. Yep. I can't believe Masseth got someone off though that to me, he seemed like he was guilty, but he got off on a technicality. Like, I don't like that. I would not fight for that. I can't believe she did that. What do you guys think about that? I don't know. I mean, that's her job. That's her job, but man, that's pretty ruthless. Pretty ruthless. All right. You guys are awesome in the chat, giving me lots of great information. Tomboy, I'm sorry if there was some kind of issue in there. I will definitely take care of that. I just need to get some advice and more information. Yeah, I know, Brooke. Yeah, I'm scratching my head about that too. Like, who was the defendant, Charm Free? So that was... you can go back and watch my episode on it. It was John Werdeman was the guy's name. The case is Karen, right? No, Linda LeBrain. That's the case I just did this past Monday. So you can go watch that, and it tells what happened, why there was an issue, and how Masseth worked on that case. But then after the story, I like every week I try to pull out a topic. Like the past couple of weeks, it's been appeals, the appeal process, laws around that. And then I try to find some documents to just learn more about it. What's factual? What can Brian actually do? What's possible? Things like that. So you're welcome. You're welcome. All right. My amazing moderators and Tomboy, I appreciate you so much juggling both those channels. I got to run over back to Dago's and get caught up and see what's going on over there. I'm so sad I missed it. I don't like going on when he's on, but I really thought I was going to be able to watch this hearing. So thanks, Charm Free. Thanks, my green team. Brooke and Tomboy, and who else was in here? James was in here earlier. I appreciate you all. Sleuthy Sweetheart. Who else? I don't think I saw Lori today. But you guys have a great rest of your day. And I will see you live on Monday. And then if the hearing does come out, if this channel is gonna post it later, I'll post it as a video. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Bye.
Thanks for watching, hope you felt the spark. Please hit that like before it gets dark. Subscribe, it's free and keeps us going strong. You're part of the crew now, right where you belong. Join us next time, same truth, same fire. We bring the heat and never tire. We're typically unique and proud to be a husband and wife in podcast harmony. That be unique, yeah, that's you and me. Don't forget to like and hit subscribe, it's free.